Welcome to today's Explainer, everyone. We're jumping right into an incredible journey today, literally deep into the magical mangrove forests of Borneo. We are going to be tracking down one of Indonesia's most unique, totally endemic animals. And hey, before we dive in, a massive shout out to Kay Hambali, a dedicated English teacher at MTS Negeri Bitung, for putting together this amazing material for our virtual field trip. Let's get into it. Okay, here's our quick roadmap for today. We're going to cover some key vocabulary, dive into the story of the proboscis monkey, shine a spotlight on some grammar, tackle a quick challenge, and then wrap up with a summary and reflection. Starting right off with Section 1, Key Vocabulary. You know, every great adventure needs a little prep work, right? So here is our vocabulary tool belt. I'll just highlight a few key ones. Take primate. That's a mammal group that includes monkeys, apes, and yep, us humans. Also keep an ear out for measurement words like weight and height or length, because those are going to be super important in a minute. We've also got tail and reddish-brown. Oh, and pay attention to its habitat, the mangrove, which are those amazing trees growing right out of the coastal waters, and the rainforest. Finally, a really cool one, arboreal. If an animal is arboreal, it basically means it lives its best life high up in the trees. Keep those words in your back pocket. Moving on to Section 2, the proboscis monkey. Let's look at some descriptive facts. Okay, picture this. You're floating down a quiet, winding river in central or South Kalimantan. The roots of the trees are just dipping right into the water. You look up into the mangrove forest, and sitting right there, perfectly balanced on a branch, is our star, the proboscis monkey. Now that we've got our vocab down, it's time to actually meet this guy. Listen closely to these facts. So, the bekantan, or the proboscis monkey, is hands down one of Indonesia's most fascinating primates. Its formal scientific name is Nasalis larvatus. And here's the really crucial part. You will only find them on the island of Borneo, nowhere else on Earth. They are completely endemic to that specific island, which makes them this incredibly rare, special treasure of Indonesian wildlife. Okay, remember those measurement words we talked about? Take a mental note here. An adult male bekantan is actually pretty hefty, weighing up to 24 kilograms. To give you an idea of the contrast, the females are much smaller, at around 12 kilograms. When it comes to size, its body length ranges from 66 to about 76 centimeters. And remember the word tail? Well, the bekantan has a ridiculously long tail. It's almost as long as its entire body. And it's not just for looks. It acts as this perfect counterweight to help it balance while it's bravely leaping through those slippery, high-up tree branches. But, I mean, let's be real here. The absolute most distinctive thing about the bekantan is its face. It has this giant, droopy, funny-looking nose. And get this, the older a male gets, the bigger that nose grows. So, what's the point of it? Well, scientists think it's basically a built-in echo chamber. It actually makes the male's vocal calls way louder so they can echo all the way through the thick forest, which, you guessed it, helps them attract a mate. It's just a brilliant biological adaptation. Looking at its coat, the fur on its back is this striking reddish-brown, while its chest and limbs are a bit lighter. This actually works as natural camouflage, blending perfectly with the dappled sunlight up in the canopy. Now, remember our word arboreal? Bekantans are strictly arboreal. They rarely come down to the ground, spending their whole lives eating leaves up in the safety of the trees. But here is the crazy plot twist. Despite being tree dwellers, they are unbelievable swimmers. Literally, they have webbing between their toes, kind of like built-in flippers, so they can swim rapidly across rivers to escape predators. Who would have thought? Let's jump to Section 3, Grammar Spotlight. Specifically, the simple present tense. Okay, wasn't that an amazing animal? But here's the thing. To share these kinds of facts with the world, like real scientists, we have to understand the grammar engine that powers the story. Whenever we describe general facts, physical features, or daily habits of an animal, we use the simple present tense. It's super easy, just a 3-step formula. Step 1, start with your subject, like the bekantan or it. Step 2, add your verb. If it's an action, you use verb 1, and if your subject is singular, you absolutely must add an s or es to the end of that verb. Or you can just use is or has. Step 3, finish with the complement, which is just an adjective or a noun that describes the animal. Let's actually look at this side by side so it clicks. On the left, we've got our singular subjects. The bekantan lives. Do you hear s at the end of live? Or it has a long tail. Now, look over at the right side. We switch to plural subjects. Male bekantans weigh. Notice how there's absolutely no s on weigh? That's because the subject is plural. The verb just is out in its base form. Simple, right? Moving on to Section 4, the challenge. Let's see what you remember.
All right, let's ramp the energy up. You've heard the incredible story, you've mastered the grammar, so now it's time for a quick interactive quiz. Question 1. Think all the way back to the start of our journey. What is the formal scientific name of the bekantan? I'll give you a second to shout it out. Okay, if you said Nasalis larvatus, you nailed it. Spot on. Next up, question 2. I told you to remember those numbers. How much can an adult male bekantan weigh? Think about the contrast with the much smaller females. Got a number in your head? An adult male bekantan can weigh up to a whopping 24 kilograms. All right, let's do a quick grammar check. Fill in the blank here. The bekantan blank in Borneo's mangrove forest. Are we using live or lives? So the crucial trick here is to look right at the subject. The bekantan is completely singular. Therefore, the answer has to be lives with an S. Last question for the challenge. True or false? Female bekantans have bigger noses than males. Think about that built-in echo chamber we talked about. Yep, that statement is definitely false. It's the older males who grow those huge, drooping noses to attract their mates. And finally, Section 5, Summary and Reflection. You guys absolutely crushed that challenge. Now, let's just slow the tempo down for a second and look at the bigger picture. Sadly, the bekantan is currently classified as an endangered species. Their numbers are dropping, mainly because their home, those beautiful mangrove forests, are being destroyed. So learning about them isn't just an English lesson, right? It's about what we call Cinta Lingkungan, environmental love. It's about appreciating our biodiversity. Just like the local citizens in Bitung take so much immense pride in protecting the marine life and coastal ecosystems of the Lembeh Strait, we have to champion the protection of Borneo's mangroves too, so the bekantan can thrive for generations. Let's do a really quick recap of our field trip. The bekantan is entirely endemic to Borneo, famous for that giant nose. Its main habitats are the riverside mangroves and rainforests. It's an arboreal acrobat, but surprisingly an excellent swimmer thanks to those webbed toes. And on the language side, we now know to always use the simple present tense when sharing these awesome animal facts. So, I want to leave you with a final thought to chew on. What surprised you the absolute most today? Was it the webbed toes, the giant echoing noses, those incredible leaps? And more importantly, what actions can you take in your own daily life to help protect Indonesia's incredible, irreplaceable wildlife? Thank you so much for joining this explainer. Keep practicing your English and always be a champion for nature.